Hello everyone, this is EB the YouTube Poop Master, and today I'm making a video rant on President's Day telling you guys about why Nickelodeon, the kids television channel programming isn't going as well as it used to been back in the 90s, where the channel was really popular. So Nickelodeon, if in case you guys don't know what Nickelodeon is, I mean, I'm not even going to tell you guys this. Everyone should know what Nickelodeon is. It's a television show programming for kids and preteens, which includes cartoons and live action segments for kids alike, associated by Viacom. So Nickelodeon was really popular back in the late 90s, the early 90s, the early and the late 90s. That's when Nickelodeon became really, really popular with good shows, like Rugrats and Doug and Hey Arnold, all those good shows, man. And then the late 90s we came along with SpongeBob. Yeah, that show was really popular, but around seasons 5 through 6 and 7, 8 and 9, that's when the show took a terrible turn because Steven Hillenburg quit the show until he returned back to written more episodes for the show. So here's some reasons why Nickelodeon is going downhill. Episodes for their television shows. You guys don't know that Nickelodeon has not been keeping their schedule up lately with these new releases of episodes. You guys were hoping that SpongeBob would get like a new episode like every other Friday or every other week, like a regular television show would be due. SpongeBob used to been like that back in the past, but now here we are moving on. But here we are in 2016. And then Nickelodeon has not came up with any new episodes yet. I mean, the recent episode for SpongeBob was Patrick the Game and Sewers of Bikini Bottom. I've seen both of those episodes on television, and I'm completely speechless of how uncreative that episode was. I mean, the reason why it was uncreative because Steven Hillenburg returned back to the show, and then he literally told the writers to make an episode where they flush Mr. Krabs' safe down the toilet. I mean, you've come back from your long absence and you make an episode like that. Wow, just wow, Nickelodeon. This just makes me understand why are you even still around. And now they're making all these very stupid live action shows. I mean, back in the late 90s, Nickelodeon had some really good live action shows like The Amanda Show, Drake and Josh. I mean, Drake and Josh wasn't from the 90s, it was from the 2000s and whatnot. So yeah, those really good shows, man. Really, really good shows. And then we got garbage shows like the Thundermans and Nicky, Ricky, Dicky, and Don. All those really terrible shows. Oh, you're probably asking yourself, how do I know the name of these shows? Because before I go to sleep at night and watch Nick at Night, I always see advertising of these episodes of these television shows coming to Nick. Nickelodeon has taken the live action segments a little bit on the far side because the live action segments, the jokes are really corny. The jokes are not funny whatsoever. I mean, why is there a stupid laugh track in the background? These jokes are not funny. That's why Nickelodeon is going to mess around and get the whole company bankrupt because they can't make good comedy shows. If you want good family sitcoms, go watch Family Matters or The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or Full House. Yeah, I know Full House got some cheesy moments, but still, it's still a good show. Don't watch those and Drake and Josh. That's a really good comedy. So those shows. Back in the early 2000s, Nickelodeon made some really good comedy shows, but now they're making trashy ones because the writers can't produce good episodes for once. So yeah, Nickelodeon. This company's gonna get bankrupt one day if they don't step up their game. Make SpongeBob a good show again. Do not make the episode stupid like now. Patrick the Game was stupid enough because that episode had really no good plots whatsoever. I mean, some people might disagree with me saying, like, I literally went to the comment section of that video, of the trailer for that episode that said, Nickelodeon, this is clearly the best episode you made. Excuse me? You tell me this is the best episode that they made? First of all, this episode looks pretty funny. It wasn't funny. It was just plain ridiculously stupid because the writers are brainwashed. They can't make good episodes. Because they just sit there on the paper writing, here's the script for Patrick the Game, Tom Kenny. Here's the script. And he's reading. Tom Kenny's reading the script. Like, is this what I have to say? Just go ahead and start. Just go ahead and start doing what you got to do. SpongeBob had 2 movies. The second movie came out way too late, 2015. And the first movie came out in 2004. You don't know how long that is of a sequel. That tells you right there Nickelodeon is brainwashed. They're gonna mess. You know what, Nickelodeon? If you don't step up your game with your cartoons and your live action segment, everyone's gonna hate you. Everyone's gonna tell you guys your channel sucks now. Well, obviously the modern Nickelodeon is terrible anyways because they're dumb. They're brainwashed. Well, now that's my video rant telling you guys why Nickelodeon isn't the same as it used to be. SpongeBob will never be the same again because he sucks now because the episodes are not good anymore like he was back in the past. Like Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me, and freaking who you calling Pinhead and the Panty Raid. Those really good episodes back in the past. Truth or Square, very terrible 10th anniversary special. I was hoping for the special to be like a flashback through at least the first 5 seasons. That would be a really good 10th anniversary special. But no, you made a very boring one where SpongeBob and the friends get locked up in a freezer. That's how you're gonna celebrate the 10th anniversary? You know, I'm done. I'm just done with this rant. SpongeBob, you suck. Your episodes aren't as good as the ones back in the past. I really wish Steven Hillenburg will bring back the charming love that's what it has to been. I mean, bring back the old quotes like who you calling Pinhead, Lee. I don't care. Just do something to make the show good. And make the animation good. I mean, step up the animation game. Turn SpongeBob into a 3D animation phenomenon. Make an episode where make an episode when the world is gonna end, like a giant meteorite's about to crash through Bikini Bottom. Thanks for watching, you guys. Have a great President's Day, and I'll see you guys in the next rant, which will be in a couple more years or so.